Hey there, divine souls. Welcome back to Skies by Collective. Now, today our topic is Jupiter retrograde and how it affects us, both as a collective as well as how it's going to be affecting our individual signs. Now, just a short background on Jupiter. For those of you who do not know, Jupiter is a planet of expansion and abundance. Its energy helps us to expand situations and experiences so that we can see them with much greater clarity for their purpose in our lives, which in turn gives us the ability to see the forest for the trees, or the bigger picture in so many words. So Jupiter opens our eyes to and inspires creation of opportunities that we previously did not see. Now, it takes around 12 years for Jupiter to complete a full orbit around the Sun. Jupiter retrogrades every year for 120 days. Yes, for around 120 days. Now, during this retrograde, Jupiter is going to be encouraging us as a collective to review how we've chosen to structure our lives, to look at our morals and what we've chosen to believe. So, expect the purging of outdated belief systems, be it in terms of your personal goals and aspirations, your religion, governance, social structure, and relationships, you name it. Now, because Jupiter is retrograde in Capricorn, its energies will shine a light strongest in areas relating to our ambition, drive, and what it is that we would like to build and create in this life. Now, when Jupiter stations direct, which is on September the 13th, 2020, whatever changes that you chose to make after this review period will then give you the opportunity to move forward with more clarity as you manifest the life of abundance that aligns with your authentic expression of the highest good for self. Now, Jupiter went retrograde on May the 14th, so it, that time frame is starting from the 14th till the 13th of September. Now, during this time, you may be tested to make sure that you're prepared to receive and handle all the good fortune, new romance, or increased wealth that you may be seeking. For example, if you've been struggling with a destructive habit or behavior pattern, Jupiter retrograde will definitely offer you an opportunity to recognize and admit the problem. How it does this is by creating circumstances in which things may get a bit out of control, such that you're driven to a self-intervention to shake you out of your own complacency and or ignorance of the negative effects of your ways. So, in short, retrograde Jupiter, it's kind of a wake up call, so to speak, um, kind of, and I think it's actually the best type of wake up call because, it helps you rethink and carefully analyze your life path just so that you can find balance and correct it. Think of it kind of like a universal type of homeostasis. So how to make the most out of this retrograde? So first things first, it's really important to look back to when we previously experienced this same energy. And December 2019 was the last time Jupiter was in the sign of Capricorn. So I would say take some time to recall what themes were coming up for you around your career, money, or what you were working to build in your life. It could be romance, it could be your social circle, it could be your self-esteem. So this may be what may come up for review for you during this retrograde period. Then ask yourself, what area of your life would you like to see expand? Because remember, Jupiter is about expansion. Think about the smaller details and steps that can be used to help you create a solid ground for expansion. Next, you can think about what you can get rid of or start doing in order to help you create space for the expansion that you have in mind, because expansion cannot happen if there's something taking up its space, you know? But it's all about baby steps, so just be practical and kind to yourself during this process. Now, let's jump into how Jupiter retrograde will affect you based on your sign. First up, Aries. Aries, this retrograde is pushing you to rethink your career path. Is it in line with your values, your heart's desire, and your intent? When you align the two, the abundance of Jupiter will definitely bring with it the success and public recognition that your ideas deserve. So just stay true to you, and the rest will come through naturally. Results may not come immediately though, Aries, but use this time to lay the groundwork. September will definitely bring forth the first fruits of what you work on now. Taurus, not if, I know for sure you have been on a quest to learn new things, you know. You've been studying your environment with the intent to expand your horizons since your birth month began. Um, this retrograde is definitely on your side. It's helping you break down and overcome any obstacles, borders, you know, that may be separating you from what you are in search of. So just celebrate your small wins, give yourself credit for your slow but steady growth. You're going through a metamorphosis, you know, like a caterpillar growing into a butterfly. So be ready for the beautiful upgraded version of you that is about to emerge. Geminis, happy solar return, gems. Now, this retrograde requires you to take a minute to slow down. We love those curious cerebral minds of yours, but your thoughts may make you spiral into unnecessary anxiety at this time. So just take a breath, or maybe three. Make sure you're making the choices that feel right to you and not spur of the moment. Make choices that bring you closer to the place that you want to be. And, you know, at this time, you may be reevaluating your social circle and who you spend your time with as well, because your life is going through major shifts in terms of your career, excuse me, financial situations, and romantic and social partnerships. You need to look at setting proper and healthy boundaries. Cancer. Jupiter retrograde is having more of an effect on your one-on-one partnerships. So you better more than anyone, you know how easy it is for you to get lost in the emotional depths, especially with someone that you really care about, more so when it is romantic. So take this time for self-care, considering your true goals and desires and what truly makes you happy before you're in too deep to pull yourself out of a commitment that you may realize later was more of making someone else happy while they didn't fulfill you. Be truthful to yourself and you should be absolutely fine, Caroline. Leos. Of late, you've been experiencing a total 360 in terms of your routine and habitual way of living, Leo, which I applaud because you are a fixed sign and change is more often than not hard for you. So go you. This might be due to some disruption or obstacle or nudge from the universe of some sort that has inspired you to take on healthier habits. This retrograde will help you discern between what's in tandem with how you want to live your life, with the future you want to manifest, and what is not. Virgo. Attention, all Virgos. Welcome to Epiphany Airways. This is your subconscious mind. I will be your captain this retrograde. Kindly note that there is no baggage allowed on this flight. It belongs in the past, and we're not going that way. Fasten your faith in yourself and enjoy the flight. Thank you for flying Epiphany Airways. Virgo, the only thing stopping you from experiencing complete fulfillment when it comes to pleasure, what you're passionate about, and from having fun with your career and life in general is your own thoughts of having to be and do everything perfect. You know, you being your worst critic is what you may find is your biggest block, and therefore, your review project for this retrograde is being gentler on yourself. Now, once you stop worrying about what everyone else will think or say, the journey will become like child's play. So give yourself the freedom you seek. Libra, this song channeling came through. It's called Back in the Day by Ahmad. It goes like, back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Yeah, that is definitely, when I thought about you, that's the song that came to mind. You will be going back in time this retrograde, thinking back to your childhood, upbringing, and early experiences in order to understand yourself and who you wish to be. So your sense of security as well, will be up for review. You'll be feeling more assured if you use this reminiscent time to become more empowered as you move forward into the future that, you want to have more control over. Scorpio, you have been super, super focused, Scorpio. You've made the moves that you wanted to, but you may be feeling a bit stagnant at this time. Worry not. This retrograde is on your side because it's giving you time to course correct, find solutions to unresolved issues, and make wiser choices. You are already a step ahead of the crowd because you have in mind what you want to achieve. So, this is the best time for you to refine your future plans. It's time for an upgrade. Sagittarius, the theme for this retrograde is love yours, Sagittarius. This is a time when you're rediscovering yourself in profound ways. You're enjoying getting to know yourself all over again, reaffirming your self-worth and what makes you you. There is really no such thing as a life that's better than yours. You are realizing the great value that lies within you and that you have to share with the world. So you're definitely receiving beautiful energy from your ruling planet as it expands you from within. You are ever changing, and Jupiter is opening your eyes to your constant expansion, which I think is fantastic. It's also reintroducing you to your inner greatness that is ever evolving in the inner reflection of you. Capricorn, Jupiter in Capricorn has definitely lit up your sign with blessings. You're way up, you feel blessed. Hey. You are learning lessons on lessons. Your thirst for knowledge, your horizons, they continue to immensely expand. So, this retrograde is going to help you practically apply this knowledge, but only if you stay open to receiving it. Major, major breakthroughs lie ahead if you stay on course. Aquarius, this retrograde is a time for major healing for you. Some of you may be like, who? Me? I'm fine. I don't need to heal. Well, this especially applies to you because of repressed emotions that you may have forgotten about that are going to resurface mostly through your dreams or association with people that are closest to you. So be kind to yourself and give yourself the permission to slow down and lean into your spiritual side. Meditate, purge what needs to be purged, and this will help you smooth sail through this retrograde. Real friends, how many of us? How many of us? How many jealous? Real friends, there's not many of us. We smile at each other, but how many honest trust issues? I'm just doing my thing. Hope you do your thing too. Yes, word to Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign. Real Friends is the song that kept playing in my head, Pisces. Now, during Jupiter retrograde, you'll be drawn by your higher self to assess whether the people in your life are really the people you want to share your energy with. No more settling for anything or anyone who limits your zest for life. You've definitely learned a lot about friendships and relationships and what they mean to you. So during this time, you'll be evaluating whether the people in your life align with your energy, beliefs, and morals. So when Jupiter goes retrograde, you'll be happy that you made choices that align with what makes your heart sing. You realize now that who and what you surround yourself with plays a major role in your ability to be abundant. So that there was your breakdown for the Jupiter retrograde energy. Definitely stay tuned to the channel. I'll be uploading more content on what's happening for you astrologically. But the next video coming up is going to be for the new moon in Gemini, which is happening on May 22nd. So be ready for that. Sending you all of the love and all of the light. Namaste.